No tengo que hacer mucho para darle. Cuando las ganas sí. Y eso
No, está limpio.
te voy a ganar. Oye, hace unos días me caí.
Dale, ok. Invítalo tú, papá, tú tienes el link.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Diamondbacks taking on the Yankees. Just about set to go now. And getting to start, Tom Glavine.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch. Mix. So for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Gets a piece and stays alive. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throw to first.
No, he's in there.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Corey Seager stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And a foul ball. So Sieg suffers the strikeout. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. First pitch misses. Late swing, foul to the left. Albies, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. 1 at second.
Out. Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the sure out, keep the runner out of scoring position.
So up next, Ellie De La Cruz. That one in there across the letters. Santander racing after it, and he makes the catch. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Satchel Paige.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Here's Juan Soto. Fought off foul. Satchel comes to the plate. Swings and misses. That is strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. In there safely.
He made it.
So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Here's Jorge Posada now with a man in scoring position. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Booyah! A towering shot to center. It's 2-0. So 1 out, nobody on. Next is the designated hitter, David Ortiz. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. 2 away. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Two outs. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Betts is on the move. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Satchel into his motion. The long windup. Turns on the rubber.
2-2
Kicks and fires. Inside, almost got him. Draws the walk there.
That pitch is
What
in.
a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what.
Runner on the go. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Mike Trout. This is a true five-tool guy. Out in the second. And now it'll be Christian Yelich, the MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. First pitch just misses. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
He was all over that one. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So
makes the catch for the second out.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. He makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Freeman hits it in the air. Santander makes the grab, and that'll do it. And we're back. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. Page back to work. And that one fouled off. 101 on the gun, swing and a miss. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Out to center. Merrill sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's two away. Two outs, base is empty. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit. Check swing, no appeal. Ball one. De La Cruz hitting ninth in today's lineup. Usually a shortstop, but today starts at third.
One thing he has to remember is that he does not have to cover as much ground. So those balls to his left, remember that you got a good shortstop that can make the backhanded play for you.
Outside, and a count 2-1. Fouled off to the right. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Ellie falls victim to the K. Top half of the third inning, and now the right fielder, Mookie Betts. Swung on, belted. That's back there. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
The batter number one, second baseman.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And that's a base hit. Flying around third is Betts. In there, he's safe.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it before it tied him up.
Santander makes the grab. One pitch and one out. Jackson Merrill now at the plate. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Adiós, calificación perfecta.
¿Qué?
Fouled off. He was late.
Correcto.
No. El libro dice 1800.
Sí, 1806 puede ser.
Vamos a la luz.
From second is the tying run.
Un trabajo en el caso imperio.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. When you connect and it jumps off your bat
Vamos
like
a echarle aquí, ¿no?
that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
De La Cruz in the box now. No balls and a strike. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the chain now. And a foul ball.
Bueno, eso es.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. Towards first, and he handles it himself for the out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Elena, hola. No sabía que estabas aquí. Stephanie, ayúdate. Stephanie, no vas a la escuela. Stephanie,
Swing of the first pitch. Look down to third, and that's going to be ruled a swing.
He hablado con él desde.
Next offering is fouled back.
Hola.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one missed.
2 strikes.
Tied up here in the early going.
Bueno, yo voy.
No llamé por eso.
No, no sé, pero.
In the air to left, down the line. Trout makes the grab.
¿No te gusta ese lado? Ah, lo
Here's a
pusiste ahí.
catcher to hit. Jorge Posada. He's already homered here in this one.
¿No te gustaba la vaina?
In the
Counts
dirt,
1-0.
and it's 1-0.
Claro.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Booyah! Another homer. His second home run of the game, and that gives him a lead. It's 3-2. Base is empty with 2 away. Now a chance for David Ortiz. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. And it's fouled away. Swing, and he breaks his bat. De La Cruz whips it across. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the fourth. Now here is Christian Yelich. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, these guys, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And now it's William Contreras. Swing and a miss.
Well, right now, this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So, got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Back-to-back singles, good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He
Es una rumba.
No sabía que jugabas con muñecos. Pues a mi hermano le gusta dar café. Los pone con la cabeza encima y que ¿no? A mí, por otro lado, no vi. Pues, siendo hombre de ciencia, es normal que me parezca que resulta que la uso. ¿Qué tal la vez? Gracias por preguntar. Me toca un refugio. Eres mi paciente siempre. No podría dejar que te fueras sin hacer un par de pruebas. Bueno, solo trabajo con una fuente de alimento. ¿Cuánto tardas en alimentarte de mejor? ¿De qué estás hablando?
Sí, igual que el avión de los extraterrestres. Pero no ves que la gente siga volando en él.
Aprecio que estés aquí, pero no tenías que...
Porque aún tienes la esperanza de que tal vez esta vez Damon pueda ser salvado.
Sabes que no. Yo sé que cruzó una línea con Jeremy, pero él ha cruzado muchas otras líneas.
¿Hablas de cuando mató a Jeremy? Sí, lo recuerdo.
Solo digo que jamás te has cerrado con él. Por favor.
Digo, obviamente, aún siento que creo que me decepcionó la experiencia. Ya me cansé de la montaña rusa que es su redención. O me marea. ¿Tienes hambre? Porque me muero.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got Diamond Dynasty Baseball tonight. It's Cuba taking on the Inland Empire. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to roll here. And on the hill in this one, Jake Arrieta. What should we keep an eye on here?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Finley makes the grab, and there's two away. And now the center fielder. Jackson Merrill. That one fouled off. Merrill goes 6 feet 3 inches, 195 pounds, a former first-round pick in 2021. And strike two.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound in this one, Steve Carlton. What do you have on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball.
1-1.
Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out. And now here is Harper. In there at the knees, and it's 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. Strike 2.
0-2.
And there's a
1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Called strike right there. 2 outs, bases empty. That one in the dirt. And now it's even 1-1. That one missed.
What's a good pitch there?
2 balls,
really
1
had
strike.
some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Betts makes the catch, inning over. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in, Ellie De La Cruz. Arrieta back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Squeezes it, and there's 1 down. Here's Mike Trout. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now it's Christian Yelich. The other way. Ramirez sends it to first. 3rd out. And we're back. Bottom of the 2nd. Ketel Marte up to the plate. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
It's 0-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Swing and a ground ball. 1 up, 1 down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And now batting, Mike Trout. There's a strike. No score here in the 2nd.
0-1.
Strike 2.
0-2.
And ball 1. Caught him looking for the K. So digging in, Steve Finley. Outside with a breaking ball.
1-0.
And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. And here's the catcher, William Contreras. Foul ball there.
You know, this group of hitters, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
The first baseman, number 5.
Very humble guy, and you know, on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's, you know, just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. And now it's Mookie Betts. On the ground to third. Throws to first, and Betts is set down. And that set for the bottom of the third. Here's the catcher, Mike Napoli. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
This one in the air, right field. Betts settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. And here's Corey Seager to hit. Just off the outside edge. 1-0. That catches the corner.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
And it is 2-1. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Chase Utley stands in with 2 away.
One ball,
as
no
he
strikes.
takes a ball. And another ball. That's down and in.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Three-one, and he couldn't come up with it. And that's their first base runner of the game. So the lineup flips over. Don Baylor digs in now. That's through there for a strike. Swings through that.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
In the dirt, but kept close. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And we're back. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And the pitch. That's inside. Now 1-2. To third. Throws to first in time. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Here comes Corey Seager. On the ground to third. Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Tapped softly on the ground. Marte. Chase for one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Throw there. Safe. In the dirt. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's the strikeout looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball. Bottom 4. And now the first baseman, Bryce Harper. That clips the corner.
Well, these players just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
And that misses.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 1. Ramirez, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Grounds one to short. Seager. Over to first. And Ramirez is set down. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first. They get the out on Marte. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Trout. Arrieta back to work. Hit in the air, center field. Finley makes the catch. And there's one away. Now it's Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 so far. And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Marte throws to first in time. Yelich is out. Now the catcher up to hit, William Contreras. Brings it in for the third out. Bottom of the inning, and now it's going to be Mike Trout. Just missed.
Ball.
Well, these guys just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. Everything came together for him. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Fastball for a strike at 95. Trout on at first, nobody out. And that's ripped for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That's exactly what you're taught to do with that pitch, but it's not that easy to execute in a live at bat. Great job of staying on that breaking ball down and away and shooting it to the opposite field.
Swing and a miss as he was
One
late
and one.
that time. Just
That's a
off the
ball.
inside edge.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him
That's
to be
in.
aggressive
Ball.
on this next pitch.
First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. That one out to right. Betts sizing this one up. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. Now it's Corey Seager. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Squares and gets it down the left side.
Ball.
And that's foul. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
No, that missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up.
Good feed. That's one. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. Chase Utley getting ready to hit. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Ball one, no strikes. And that's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle. On to Seager. That's the third out. Inning over. And we're back. So now it's Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
That one ripped. That's back. And that one hops the wall. Runner holds at second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game. Here's Mookie Betts now. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Makes the catch for the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And that one handled. Here's the tag, and he's out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Oh. Baylor on the move towards the line. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. Well, we go bottom 6, and now Don Baylor. Fastball for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that
0-1.
first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that's off the inside edge. And the count 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
The first baseman,
Here
number
comes
3,
Bryce Harper.
Harper.
Inside,
That's
just
That's a ball.
missed.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
No, that
Just
missed. That's the
missed.
ball.
Next pitch
That's the
is
ball.
outside.
3-0.
That's ball 4.
Missed.
Tried
Ball 4.
another
Take your
sinker,
base.
but couldn't find a zone. One down. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Tap foul at the plate. with the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. And a count 1-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Here's Ketel Marte. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one clips the corner.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
They get the force. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, Jackson Merrill. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, this group of hitters definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. And another thing that stands out specifically is that they haven't been able to lay off the first pitch. 9 first pitch outs in this game, so it's been costly for them.
Good job to fight that one off.
You know, being aggressive can be a little tricky. You want to have confidence up there, but sometimes hitters fall into the trap of being overconfident, thinking they can hit anything, and that can lead to a lot of mistakes.
Baylor hauls it in, and there's one away. Now the third baseman, Ellie De La Cruz. And he lays down a bunt. Not in time.
Hey!
Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Go ahead run on base. Trout the next to hit. There goes Ellie. Pitching for a strike.
You got to be
safe. De La Cruz gets his first steal of the game. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And it's nothing in 2.
Balls,
As
2
a
strikes.
pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Here's Yelich at the dish. Has grounded out a couple of times. That just misses. Ball 1. And that one finds its way through. Here's the throw. And he's in there as they take the lead.
Nope,
2 runs come in.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out. Bottom of the 7th. Now at the plate, Mike Trout.
Now pitching.
Goose Gossage gets handed the rock out of the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but
No
at the
balls,
same
1
time,
strike.
there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That one in there to Mike Trout. Looking to get the tying run on base. Hard hit left side. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Finley swings through it for strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Just missed. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. On the move, heading back. Hauls it in on the warning track. And now the catcher comes up to him. Mike Napoli. This one popped up right side. Freeman under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. We're in the top of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Harper. He'll do it himself.
go.
Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Here's Mookie now. Left field, way back there. And it hits the fence. Now he turns and heads for second. But he's in there easily.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Man at second. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-2. High fly ball out to center field. Finley has it sized up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So now it's Corey Seager. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. So now a pinch hitter, Alex Bregman, looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. In the air, right side of the infield. Harper settles under it and makes the catch. Bottom of the 8th, and now the DH, Corey Seager. Goose back to work. Just missed.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2 on the radar
1-1.
gun. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to
1-2's the
choke
count.
up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. So up next, Chase Utley. Right side, Betts settles underneath it. Brings it in, 2 down. Next to hit, Don Baylor. 0 for 3 in this one. That one the other way. Throw on to Freeman, and that ends the inning. We go to the 9th. Now, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
Out towards right center field. He's there. He's got it. 1 down. Ellie De La Cruz will hit next. Ramirez. Fires to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Mike Trout. That's to third, and that chance handled. Zips it across, and the inning is over. And we're back. So bottom of the 9th. Now the number 2 hitter, Bryce Harper. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 1-run game, bottom 9. Little chopper rolls foul. Missed with a
1 ball, 2
changeup.
strikes.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that one
2-2.
missing low.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Harper down on strikes. Ramirez
That
at
missed.
the plate
That's a
now.
ball.
And that's inside.
1-0.
On the ground, right side. Albies over to first in time. And they're down to their last out. And now the shortstop, Ketel Marte. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
0-2.
Goose is just 1 strike away. Gossage deals. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down.